She is one of the newest Team Elite Pegasus in Philippines, and I met her in 2017 at a leadership training seminar in Chiang Mai. And ever since then, she has grown and changed entirely. She's like a generator. As long as when you are negative, when you come into contact with her, immediately you will be more positive. Honestly speaking, I have never ever heard one word of negativity from her before until today. Each and every time we have a conversation, it is always about vision. It is always about goals. And I admire that kind of drive that she has within her, to the point where nothing can stop her. Who is she? She is Team Elite Pegasus, Rose Ann Lim.
Good evening. 3 months ago, I was a Team Elite Pavo. 3 months ago, I was in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. But 3 months later, I am Team Elite Pegasus, Rose Ann. What a journey it has been. But I believe that this is just the beginning. Team Elite Pegasus is not the end goal, but the beginning of a new journey and chapter in Riwi International. Thank you for the introduction, James. Today, it's an honor that I am able to be one of the speakers for this leadership training seminar. And I feel extremely grateful to Riwi International for this opportunity. And my sharing today will be with regards to commitment. 100% commitment. I was a banker before I actually came across multi-level marketing. And when I understood such an industry, I fell in love with it. Mainly because it's an industry that I am able to achieve my dreams and goals. That's why the biggest reason why I left the banking industry, it is because I wanted to chase my dreams. So prior to Riwi, I was in another multi-level marketing company. I was there for about 2 years. So most of us come into direct selling, it is because we want to earn more money. Because having more money can solve a lot of problems. But I don't believe that we should put money in the center of all. Because if you come in because of money, we will also leave because of money. The first 2 years, I managed to achieve a certain high rank in that company within a span of 6 months. And in my first year there, I enjoyed a passive income of about 300,000 pesos for that year. To many, this is already considered a considerable sum, right? Imagine having an extra 300,000 per year. It can help solve many problems. But going into my second year, I started to face financial issues. Mainly because of maintenance of products, of not only myself, but of my group members as well. However, I didn't want to admit that I was in a terrible situation. Neither did I want to admit that I was bankrupt. But the fact of the matter is, I was. I consider that to be one of the lowest points in my life. And I thought to myself, if it's already at the lowest, then the only way is up, isn't it? So that was the point where I started to hope for a change to turn my life around. That was when I met current Team Supreme Pegasus 6, Faith Ann, and Team Supreme Pegasus 1, Beth Montero. When they introduced Riwi to me, somehow, I felt that what they were saying about three-way is too good to be true because that was not what I experienced before. You see, imagine if there's a pen in my hand and if I ask you whether a pen is long or short, most people will say that it is short. But if I put a toothpick beside it, now, is the pen longer or shorter compared to the toothpick? It's longer, right? Which is why, if you want to know if something is long or short, big or small, good or bad, we need comparison. We need something to compare it with, right? Similarly, if you want to know whether Riway is good or bad, we need to compare. I am not here to talk bad about other companies or put down other companies, but based on my own experiences, it seems to me that Riway is a company that is very different, a company that is very people-centered, very distributor-oriented. And the more you know Riway, the more you will fall in love with Riway. After several meetings, I decided to purchase our company's product per tier placenta. Because of financial difficulties, I did not have enough money to even buy one set. However, it is because I believed that it was a chance to turn my life around. I knew I had to make a commitment. That was the first commitment I made in Riway. I ended up selling that car to just purchase one set of per tier. I burnt all the bridges and I did not allow myself to have a chance of turning back. So I knew I had to follow it up with actions. I was 100% committed. That was in September 2017. I started to be incredibly positive because I had a goal. I wanted to be a Diamond 1-star. So I bought a suit within the first month and obediently attended every meeting, every event that was held then. Subsequently, in November 2017, I did not achieve Diamond 1-star. Instead, I achieved Diamond 2-star. But I did not allow myself to feel any comfortable just because I achieved my goal. Instead, I set another goal for myself, and in the following month, I achieved the rank of Diamond 3-star. Just these 3 months alone, I already made more than what I have earned 2 years in the previous company. So this has affirmed my decision that I am not wrong in choosing Riway. As long as I put in efforts in the right place, in the right company, and in the right platform, then we will only reap what we sow. So this qualified me to attend one of the leadership training seminars that was held in Chiang Mai, Thailand for Diamond 3 stars and above leaders. It was an event that really fired me up once again. I remember being extremely motivated after the leadership training seminar. And in the following month, I committed myself to achieve Team Elite Pavo, even though I was pregnant. It didn't stop me. I always believe that there are 3 levels of commitment. The first level is to tell yourself, I will try. Most of the time, with this form of mentality, you will never be able to achieve your goals. The second level would be to tell yourself, I will try my best, which means that if someone is putting in the efforts, but it does not mean that it is going to be the best, I always adopt this last mentality or the third mentality. I will do my best, whatever it takes, regardless of the situation, regardless of the hurdles I have to overcome. I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. And if you scrutinize Reway, you will find that this company possesses this attitude as well. You see, a person who possesses this form of mentality, he will never give himself a reason to stop. Regardless of whatever problems that he faces, when he is met with a rejection, it will not be because of that rejection that make him fall down and decide to stay down. If he meets with a problem, he will think of a solution. There will not be anything that can be in his way, which is why 3 months after I committed myself to achieve my goal, I achieved the position of Team Elite Pavo while being 7 months pregnant. Was it tough? Of course. Was it difficult? Definitely. But was it worth it? Absolutely. This is called 100% commitment. And to be able to do so, you have to have that burning desire. However, for the next 2 years, I remained at Team Elite Pavo. And in the Philippines, the number of Team Elites started to grow very fast. But I was very laid back, very passive, to the extent that I started to grow distant from the company. I started to drift away from this environment. I started to turn cold, and it seemed like I lacked that burning desire in me. I stopped going to the office. I stopped attending Reway events. And as a result of that, my team started to fall apart. Slowly, my leaders has also gone missing. My group basically fell apart. All the way until 2019, it was because of Faith's constant contact with me. She convinced me to attend another leadership training seminar in 2019 and ignited the fire in me once again. I began to recall all the different visions that I set out to achieve in Reway. Once I came back in contact with this positive environment, I grew more positive as well. This time, it was my husband who contacted the positive energy, and he wanted to fight for Team Elite Pavo too. I remember in June 2019, he managed to achieve first month Team Elite Pavo. But the subsequent 2 months, he didn't manage to achieve it. Was failure going to stop us? No. It was then that we reflected on what we did not do well enough to fill up that missing pieces and start again. As I mentioned earlier, if we came across a problem, we do not give up. We think of a solution and go towards what we set out to achieve. We organized more events, more OPPs, we held more trainings, and as a result, in November of 2019, he did it. You see, a failure is inevitable. Failure is part of success. Failures are when you learn the most. These things that you learn will eventually contribute to you and your success in future. Don't you think so? When you have 100% commitment, it is when you burn all the bridges at the back. Not allow yourself to have somewhere you can use to escape. 100% commitment is when you tell everyone around you, let them know your goal. Sometimes, you will see leaders shout out their goals on the big stage in a leaders recognition night. It is when you say your goal out loud, when the whole world knows what your goal is. There is no turning back, and you only have one choice. The only way is to achieve it. Actually, in multi-level marketing, there is a flame that has to be continuously be burning. And for it to continuously burn, we need to add oil to that fire, right? In order for us to have that fire burn non-stop, we have to feed it with visions of goals and dreams that yet we have to achieve. That's why having vision is extremely important. You have to think in the next 3 years, what kind of luxury car do you want to own? In the next 5 years, what kind of house do you want to live in? Does it have a swimming pool? In the next 10 years, what kind of person do you want to become? Go out there and seek for inspiration. Look at the kind of cars the leaders in Taiwan are driving. Look at the houses that the leaders in Malaysia are living. As long as you open your eyes to see, there are tons of things out there to drive your burning desire. Never allow the flame to die off. Because to ignite it once again is going to be extremely difficult. I am so thankful that I didn't leave Reway. I am so thankful that I didn't leave multi-level marketing. I am even more thankful that I managed to ignite that fire once again. And because of this fire kept burning, my goals started to get bigger and my goals started to get stronger. So, I had to achieve Team Elite Pegasus in 2020. But the road is never easy. There will always be obstacles to try to kill that fire off. There will always be problems that will put you down and slow you down. Just like in March, we all had to face a crisis. We all went into lockdown. Most people will be thinking, since everyone is on lockdown, everyone will slow down. There is no need to fight. And the pandemic became a very convenient excuse that everyone can use. But not for me, not my team. We braved this pandemic. We learned what we were not used to before. We think of solutions that can help us sustain. And after months and months of preparation and learning, I decided it is time to fight for Team Elite Pegasus in October 2020. I do not know why, but I always choose the most difficult time to fight. Because I know that the story I will tell will be even more exciting. So 2 days after I committed to the team, Davao announced a curfew. But a commitment is a commitment. Since we already committed, there is no turning back. Moreover, I was pregnant yet again, and I was due in December. We just so happened to be the last month of my fight. Week after week, stricter measures started to be implemented, limiting events to even maximum of 25 people. But the thing is, the goal was bigger than the problem. If we didn't give our best, no matter what it takes, I thought to myself, if I don't end up achieving Team Elite Pegasus, I think the problem will be even bigger. So thankfully, together with my team, together with development department, together with Faith, and together with James, I did it. We did it. This is why today, at the opening of my speech, I said, 3 months ago, I was a Team Elite Pavo. 3 months ago, I was pregnant. But 3 months later, today, I have a beautiful daughter, and I am proud to say that I am Team Elite Pegasus, Rose and Lim. There is no best time to fight. No matter when we decide to fight, it will still be as tough, as it will still be as difficult. And the longer you wait, you're just delaying your own success. If you ask me why always fight during the third trimester of my pregnancy? For both Team Elite Pavo and Team Elite Pegasus, because at my weakest, I want to be at my strongest. So when is the best time to fight? You decide. Have a prosperous 2021. Good evening.
It's true. Nothing can be achieved without commitment. This is why I feel that this topic is tailor-made for her. Regardless of the situation she has been put in, it is not by luck, it is not by chance she is in the position she is in today. I believe through her experience and sharing today, it has allowed us to understand what exactly is 100% commitment.